Hello, everyone. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Marco. Marco is from Rome, in Italy. So let's see what Marco has to say. Enjoy the interview. So, hello, Marco. How are you?
Hi, hello. I'm quite good. A little bit tired after a long day of working, but it's still okay. Still alive.
Do you consider yourself to be more of a day or a night person?
I love to be a night person, so I love to stay awake very late, I can say. And also, I really love to work during night because, outside is very quiet. I love to work close to a window, just watching, for example, the moon, or am I a vampire? I don't know, but I love night, I can say.
As you talk about work, so tell me, what do you do for work?
My life is my working life is quite complex. I can say that in the morning I work as architect. This is also my first passion, so I really love it. And sometimes, because I have another passion, so I love dancing. I dance as a go-go in some parties in Barcelona. So,
Amazing, my goodness. It's
yeah.
amazing for you to be able to combine both of your career.
Yes, kind of being crazy during night, or maybe during the late night, and no, quite a normal person, we can say, in the morning.
But I believe, where are you from originally?
I was born in Sicily, but then I was grown in Rome. But it's quite big, complex my life because also I'm half Greek. So I think that my kind of craziness came from this Greek part, like dancing Zorba, Greeks, we have problem, we don't have food, but we dance. So, and it's, and it's like this. And now I live between Rome and Barcelona. So as you can see from my blondness, I'm fully Mediterranean, you see.
The fact that you live in Barcelona is because your job.
Yeah, for my job. So I'm also an architect there. So I work between Rome and Barcelona, going back. And I like it, I can say.
So tell me, what's the best part of living in Rome, and what's the best part of living in Barcelona?
Okay, the best part of living in Rome is that Rome is a very, very big city. It, I think people doesn't realize how big is it. One of the things that I really love is to get lost through the town. So just walk and discover things random, and this is possible, very possible in Rome. Barcelona is very, very small compared to Rome, but has offered you a wonderful nightlife, wonderful party, very international person. So that compared to Rome is totally different. It's totally the side. Rome is very we can say it's a bit provincial, more Italian, more into local situation.
Amazing. I'm going to share something with you. I've been living in Europe for the last 20 years, yeah? And I used to live in Portugal before. I've been living in London for the last 18 years, more or less. And can you imagine that this year, I mean, last year in September was the very first time that I went to Italy. Can you imagine? It's just never happened. I've been traveling so many parts in Europe, and it never happened. So last year, I went for a wedding for a lovely friend couple, and they got married in Rome. So it was
Oh,
the first time that I visited the city, and it was an experience. What a beautiful city! I was so impressed with the whole. Of course, Rome is well known, for the places, the Vaticano, the Colosseum, so many places around the city. And I was like, oh my God, I could stay there for another week if I could. And now I'd like to go back again with more time to see more the city as well. And it was amazing. Of course, the gelati. Oh my God, what is
yeah.
that?
It's
What
ice cream everywhere, gelato everywhere.
so amazing. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about your career as an architect.
I can say that, my career as architect is quite complex also this situation. So because I changed a lot of studios and also now I'm working for myself, by myself with some support of someone.
Mhm.
I'm quite young, so in this field, so I'm 30, in my 30 years old, and it's not so long time still. I'm working officially as architect.
Hmm.
I'm really in love with interiorism. I love renovating apartment. This is what I love because also my idea is why I choose architecture is the thing that I think people should live better. So that's the main reason. Also, I love landscape, and that's why I'm still in Rome because it's full of park, full of green, and there's this beautiful connection between ruins and see new cityscapes and wherever. And where else? Well, in Barcelona, I work out also into interiorism. It's totally different from what I'm doing in Italy because there, yeah, you have more creativity. People are more interested in having something special, something more attractive. Here in Rome, well, in Italy, more or less, they are more about typical things that you cannot be get crazy or doing something that could be out of the border or whatever. So they're more traditional here. There in Barcelona, it's wonderful because you can experiment with whatever.
Amazing. Okay, so during the interview, I'm going to explore a little bit more about your life overall and also about your point of views, okay?
Yes, yes, perfect.
Marco, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views?
Okay, let's go, let's go. I'm interested, I'm very curious.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So this is my magic box. Okay, full of random fun questions. I'm just gonna play a song now just for us to relax a bit before the first question, okay?
Okay.
Let's do it. Right, so before we start the game, during the join, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about some reason you don't want to answer, always can change, okay?
Okay, it's perfect.
All right, so first question for you is, what's the biggest difference between you and your best friend?
Okay, we are basically I'm the moon and he's the sun. So that's why. So my best friend is Lorenzo. We live together in Barcelona, and we are a totally different person. And because we are a totally different person, we love each other. I think
Oh,
for the same reason. So he's more one into just referring for what we were saying before. I love stay awake till late. He loves to wake up very early. So just one reason. So he's a very he loves with techno music. I'm it's crazy. I'm in love with classic music.
that's amazing.
So I'm blonde and well, blonde. I'm not naturally blonde, but I feel that I'm blonde inside, you know. I'm just taking a jokes, but he has brown hair, for example. So in Italy, we have this kind of dichotomy of in television. There are always two girls. For example, in program, there are two girls. One is the blonde, and another one is the girl with brown hair. So we call veline, so we always introduce ourselves like we are le veline, just to be a joke. So,
And
but
what's the biggest similarity between both?
and the biggest similarity in both that we love together explore. We love to meet new people and
Mhm.
we love to travel a lot. We love to get to know new things. So we are not scared about jumping in something new together and just okay, let's do it, discover, and we are not how can I say um, afraid of it.
Mhm.
So he's the best travel companion, I can say.
And how did your path crossed?
So he was my one of the best friend of my ex-boyfriend.
And he became your best friend.
He became my best friend. So
That's
it's
so funny.
and it's weird situation. So you have to figure out that we met each other. It was during one night. My boyfriend was okay. Let's go to this music party. okay, let's go dancing. And it was, okay, let's eat something, let's drink something before. We arrived in this bar, and there was Lorenzo with another friend. And we said, oh, we are going in this. We start talking. It was, okay, we are going to the same place. Let's go together. And since that day, we are friends.
That's amazing.
4 years ago. And now so everything started in a bar, and now we live together.
And he's still friends with your ex as well?
Yes, well, I'm also a friend of my ex-boyfriend, but yes.
Amazing. Very
Well,
good.
we are more friends, but with him, so a bit less.
Next question. Let's do it.
Yes.
Okay, next question for you is, if you could go back in time in one moment, yeah, or memory in your life, which one that would be and why? For any reason.
When I was young, so when I was about 14 years old, I was in high school and was a teacher that was very mean against me because I was coming from South Italy, because I was yeah speaking with a strong South Italian accent, and she was very racist against it. So she was treating me like, I don't understand you. You speak very bad. I think you're stupid. So it was like this, and I was so weak that I never answered her. So I was something like crying and not attacking her, because I saw her. So she's a teacher and I'm a student. So having this one. But then after, so I passed a very bad year with this situation. Well, also with a psychological consequence about it. So
Wow.
after a few months, I will never let this happen again to me or to the others. And
Mm-hmm.
so what happened was, sometimes I think that if I could go back in time, I would always answer her. I will reply her. I will never let them to treat me in this way, and even to my schoolmates or to the other people, because I think it's not nice when someone that did not disrespect you, disrespect the other people. Even you can have every problem and any kind of problem in your life. I don't know what you could do, but never for no respect of the other people. Also, when people are very young, very weak, and so that's the main. That's the thing that I would love to go back.
Wow, thanks for sharing. And I think as it's funny saying that, because I remember I had a situation with a teacher as well, like back in my childhood, that he was a bit mean, not that mean, but he was a bit mean, and I felt uncomfortable, and I kind of, I was on my. I was trying to kind of hide somehow, so I kind of didn't fight back or didn't say anything. But he realized, and he made it up like straight away. He kind of apologized, and he made me feel better about it. But I didn't need to say anything. He just kind of um, made it up. So I completely understood. He made me feel really uncomfortable about that. But it was a situation. Um, did you the person who you know right now, the person you are right now, do you think, when you look back, have you forgiven her right now, knowing the person you are?
Yes. Yes, I think that during my life I met a lot of different people, and some of them teach me also a very good way to deal with this bad person, and also not to think in a hate again, to feel hate against these people. So something like just to understand that everyone has their own problem. So maybe this person was living a very difficult life. So was feeling some sentiment, or was having some shocks during her previous life, I don't know, and so she was acting this way. So thanks to some people that I met in life, I understand that so everyone has their own past, their own luggage, and we should understand that this is very important to understand everyone, so and not treat every people that I have in front of you.
Amazing. No, I'm glad that you have this way of approaching life, and you kind of made it up, somehow, and you kind of understood. You put her, what I mean, as you said, some people, they you don't know what's going on in their lives. Sometimes they make mistakes, sometimes they do things and without even knowing the impact they are giving to other people.
Yeah, I believe in kindness. I can say this one. So I think that kindness is something that we should always bring to the others, and and not refuse other people or things that are up in our life. For example, may I say something? When you wrote me, for example, in Instagram, I was okay. Maybe it's a scam or is a spam. I don't know wherever. But I was, then I just checked it and it was okay. It will be fun. Okay, it is getting funny, you know. So, so step by step, I think that random things. If you act with kindness with everyone that comes to your life, so life gives you back a lot also, and that's my kind of philosophy. I should say that I really love to be a kind person. I can consider myself a very kind person.
Absolutely. And when you are kind, kindness can take you to so many different places, and you never know where it can take you. So I think it's the right direction to follow. Cool. Next question. Let's do it. Right. So before the next question, tell me how the opportunity for you to start your career as a go-go dancer came along.
So, was weird. It was on the 30th of December of 2022. And I was in Rome, and it was also every time going to this party that I really loved so much. And it was, okay, I want to be on that stage. And it was, okay, I love dancing, I want to be on the stage. And during one night, it was a gay party. The drag queen that was the mother of this party pointed at me and was, "You come to the stage." And I was,
Wow.
okay. Okay, let's go dancing, and everything started from that point. So in Barcelona, I met a lot of dancers. I met a lot of producer, music, and organizer of parties. So and also here in Rome, I was dancing, blah blah blah, and and nothing started like this.
But now, do you dance like every weekend, or how does it work your schedule?
No, I dance to I'm gonna dance for a party. There is it comes every 2 months. So there is a very big party because I love to be part of something that has a strong meaning. So this party
Mhm.
has um, gives you okay, well, I have to try to focus about it. Because I have kind of language salad in my mind right now. It's about body positivity, it's about acceptance of all kind of sexuality. So it's very important about it. So it's not it's against body shaming. So it has a political aim, and I strongly believe in it. So it has I'm strongly connected with the values of this party, and I'm very happy about it. So also, few years ago I used to live in Argentina, in Buenos Aires,
Wow.
where I also experienced the voguing scene. So I met some people that helped me show me how to dance, teach me something, and being part of this community was very important for me, even to develop who I am, even to develop which are my feelings, to develop my thought and my political social approach to a lot of things. And I think that watching this person dancing and then being dancing with this person after and me then using my body as a political action, being a go-go dancer during this party is a strong statement to show people, for example, they don't not be afraid or what they are or what they want to do or what they want to show. So I think it's very important.
Amazing. Okay. Next question is, what makes you very sentimental?
What makes me very sentimental? Oh my god, a lot of things. No, well, I think I'm very sentimental with movies, for example. Um, uh, During movies, when I see a romantic scene or something like this, I always cry. So my friends tell me that I have I don't know, a very they call me Fontana, like a fountain, because I always cry something like, okay, there's a romantic thing, there's very something kind of so you're romantic, so nice, so like this. But what makes me um make me have these feelings mostly, it's
Mhm.
for example, watching something that is very particular and peculiar. For example, like natural phenomena. I remember that one time I had the best experience of my life. It was kind of stupid, but simple, not stupid. It was very simple. I was in just on top of this medieval tower in the center of an old town in northern Italy, and it was the sunrise. It was around half past five, no, yeah, half past 5 of the morning. So the sun was rising, and from the top of this tower, you were having the possibility to see all the valley. It was the
Wow.
first time that I was watching the sun rising so far on a valley where you can see even far the sea, and it was what is the best thing of my life that I ever seen, and I was kind of crying. My friends were always taking picture, and I was no, I don't want to take a picture. I wasn't take my mental picture, so I will have deep in my heart, deep inside me, so I can describe to the other people, and. And if I want to one day, maybe I will paint it. I don't paint anymore, but, but maybe who knows?
But and this you always been this way?
Not always.
Hmm.
I think that I became like this thanks to one of my best friend Anna, that she's like this.
I
So we
see.
shared for 4 years the same desk at high school, and then we became very best friend. We were very close each other. Now she lives in another town, but she's part of my family. I can say she's part of my elected family. She's part of my life, and I think that I learned a lot thanks to her about this sentiment, about everything. So that's how we should deal with people, so learning from them and improve our life and
Amazing. Good, very good. I think she's gonna be very happy to know that when she watches the interview.
yeah.
Ready for another question?
Yeah, sorry, it was yeah,
Let's do
ready,
it.
ready.
Next one. Hey Marco from Italy. Next question is, if you could have been a moment or event in history, which one that would be and why?
Hmm, that's wow, that's interesting. Oof. I'm always curious about the end of the Second World War.
Hmm.
So, don't know. Maybe it's just because um, I live in a neighborhood that was the symbol of the resistance in Italy against the Nazism and the fascism. And around me, there are a lot of stories about the end of the Second World War, what was happening, the American was coming, the German, blah, 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 blah. And in some facade of the building, still you can see the bullet or whatever. And even the apartment where I live now, it was destroyed by a bomb and then rebuilt. And I always think, so from my balcony, for example, you can see the view of whole Rome. And I always think what the people that was living here was feeling, was seeing from this balcony. Would be very interesting to go back in the past and see, for example, at the end of this world, a lot of people that was on party on the street or wherever. Fortunately, I never suffered for a war or whatever. But and I know that I don't want to be in a war, and or I don't want to have war around me. And I think that it's something bad, and we should start stopping doing wars. This is very important. But I really would love to see what people was feeling after this one. I'm very curious. So if I should go back in a day, would love to go to watch this one.
Amazing. Very good. Let's do another one. Ready?
Yes.
Let's do it. Okay, before the next question, tell me when was the moment that you realized, okay, I would love to be an architect. I was born to be an architect. That was a moment, or since young age you always wanted to be?
So since when I was young, I was always growing plants. I was really into detail. I love to bricolage. I love to build furniture. So it was very interesting. But the first time that I was having this feeling was when with my collective we built a small pond in my university, and we built with our hands, using all the thing that we were needing. So basically, working with wood, with water, with a lot of elements, and at the end it came out very good. And it was, yeah, I want to do this for my life. I want to see. I want to say the feeling that you have when you see something realized. So, for example, this happened at the end of my first renovation, or the first time that I saw something that I projected. So it was, oh my god, this feeling, wow, it's amazing. Yet I am exactly born for doing this. So,
Amazing. Very good. Next question is, what bad habit we wish you could stop?
ooh, what bad habit? Eating my nails. I always eating them. So I didn't have no addiction for anything except for my nails. I eat all of them. I tried with several different methodologies, even applying gel, the fake nails with but I always clap around eating them.
But it happened when you are nervous, when you are just relaxed.
Always. Even if I'm relaxed, I eat them. Even if I'm nervous, I eat them. So it's something like that. I cannot stop it, but it's okay. So
Amazing. Good. 3 questions left. Let's do it. Hey Marco, next question is, what things do you consider to be relationship deal breakers?
I think violence. It could
Mhm.
be it could be in very different way, verbal, psychological, and physical. So I think that if there are at the first signs of something like this, everything should stop. So I'm really so I something like it. No one should support it, and everyone should be aware of what they were doing. So we're human. We have a brain. We have a thought. We can talk. I know that talking is hard, but we can still try to do it. So if there are kind of violence, even verbal violence, I think is not a good way to go on. So just stop it.
Amazing. Talking about relationship, Marco, in your experience, in your opinion, Rome, it's a place that is easy to maintain a relationship, or it's difficult. The gay scene in big cities, it's can be a bit tricky because people they sometimes in a big city there are more opportunities to meet more people. People, there are a lot of different people coming all the time. um, Based on your experience, in your opinion, how is easy to maintain a relationship in Rome, like in a gay scene?
So I can say that maintaining a relationship in Rome is much more easier than in Barcelona. So at first, let's say this one, because well, Rome, the gay scene of Rome is not so developed. It's very so it has a gay scene, so it's something like it also has a queer scene that is growing. I'm very happy about it, but it's very still provincial, and the freedom of bodies and even of thought of their feelings is not still very strong. So people are still very conservative. They are more into the traditional way of having relation. It's very hard to find people that has an open relation or multiple relation. So it's quite hard. So I think that in this way, Rome is a good mood. Something like you can have the typical, we can call patriarchal, call like
Mhm.
this relation when there are two people living together, stays 10 years together, no cheating to each others because, or maybe they cheat into each other, but they talk because, in Italy it's like this. May I say a quote? So, the typical Catholic, well, the traditional family in Italy is made, by a man and a woman. The man cheats the woman, but the woman no is aware about it, but she doesn't say anything. And so it is still going on through years. And so this the real traditional Italian family, we can say. So it's a very bad definition, but it's the reality of things. So anything still in the gay scene is in this way in Italy. So
Let's see. Okay. Two questions left. Let's do it. Right, before the next question, as I mentioned to you that before that, was my first time in Italy, the first time I visit Rome, and I was amazed with the city, with, the place that, everyone knows, everyone loves to visit, everyone loves to, to be there at least once in their lives. But for you, as an Italian, yeah, who lived in Rome, who lives in Rome, tell me a place or that's maybe they don't the people they don't know much about it, the tourists they don't know, but in your opinion it's a place that people should visit in Rome, so a place that's not well known worldwide, but in your opinion people they should visit when they go there.
well, let me think about it. Hmm, My favorite part of Rome is Euro because it's a part of this mm, rationalist architecture that is
Okay.
very, very wide, very impressive, very um, metaphysic, we can say. So it doesn't look totally like a real town. It's something like that was fully planned by great architects, unfortunately, during a regime that was here, so during the 40s. But I think it's one of the most epic architecture you can ever seen. So it's very inspiring. So and very very nice. I think that a good place to visit is this one. Even also, I think that one place that people don't go so often is one church. There is called Santa Maria della Vittoria.
Hmm.
When you have a wonderful statue that is called Ecstasy of Santa Teresa, that is wonderful, it's made by Bernini. So, and that's this beautiful light during midday that comes up from the top, and you can see this white statue of Santa Teresa having this orgasm. Basically, it's like this.
Wow.
And not a lot of people goes there, even this is quite famous, but I think it's one of the best places that all people should go.
Wow. And all your family they are back in Sicily or not?
Sorry?
And all
The
your family they live in Sicily or not, they live in Rome as well?
Well, my mother and my father are traveling, so basically they right now they're living in Rome, but before they're living in other countries. So and now they're planning to go back to Sicily. So my family is kind of we will all travel.
And do you have brother and sister as well or not?
Yes, I have a sister. She lives in Sevilla, so also in Spain. So, you know, a very international situation.
I love it. It's amazing. Next question is, where do you see yourself living when you retire?
Hmm. Oh my God, I think I will never retire. I have the sensation because I cannot stand something like without doing anything. But in reality, my idea is maybe at one point of my life, I will get, I don't know, I will, yeah, I will get out about architecture, about everything, about my job, and just to retire and open a small cafe or bar in the sand, in front of the sea, where there are small palm trees, very tiny, something like me working like an old man, or fresh juice drinks and enjoying the sun and the sea. So I think this is my perfect idea of retirement. I think till I die, till I get something like 19 years old and wherever.
And do you see yourself living this lifestyle, like living in Barcelona, in Rome, and traveling as well? Or do you want to set down in a place in a while?
I think I will sit down in some place at one point. Sometimes I feel like Ulysses that goes with his boat through place and place and place, trying to reach Ithaca. Sometimes I have this feeling because I moved in a lot of different places, like different country, different cities, and I think that at one point I will find my Ithaca. Maybe it will be a small island in Greece too. Who knows? Uh,
But what's your connection? You were born in Greece or you grew up there?
no, my father is Greek.
Ah, okay.
My father is Greek. I was born in Sicily, grown in Rome, living in Germany, and also in Argentina, and also in
Wow.
Spain and in Vietnam. So in a lot of different
My
places.
God. That's amazing. I think these life experiences, you just gain with that. It's always about learning culture and, life experience as well. Wow, that's amazing.
Yes, the world is tiny at the end. So the world is a Nazi, the way to say. So at the end, you meet a lot of different people, different culture. You learn a lot from them, and it's very important. This one, learning from other people, is fundamental, I think, for every human being, because you realize that at the end we are all similar, even if we live kilometers away in another city, in another country, another thing. And you learn that even without speaking the same language, you can understand each other, because we feel the same feelings, we feel the same things. And if you're a bit empathic, you can understand every language of the world.
Amazing. Very good. Last question. Ready?
Yes, yes, let's go.
Let's do it. Last question. Before the last question, tell me about your experience in Argentina. Tell me, what did you like the most about living there?
Oh my God, everything. I really love Argentina, and I really love Argentinian people, so they're wonderful. So I've been there for several months because my ex-boyfriend was from Argentina. So you have to figure out that we lived together in the same home for 2 years and a half. So I've been to Argentina to meet his family, uh,
Wow,
everything. So, and then I made a lot of friends that are still there. Some other now lives in other countries, but was very good. Argentina is absolutely amazing. The way to live, the way to deal, the way to think. So I think they are like the Italian, but with a pro. So something like they are more open-minded, they are more creative, they are more everything. So I love this spirit that they have. So it's very good.
and were you living in Buenos Aires?
In Buenos Aires, yes, exactly. In Buenos Aires. So also I moved, I had some tours in northern of Argentina, and was very interesting. Also in some pueblos, in some small towns, because what I really love to see when I travel is to understand how people live. So for me, it's very
Mhm.
important important. So I love to see villages. I love to see the outskirts of towns. So just to have the real feeling of where is a town, because for example, if you come to Rome and you go to the city center, you have the feelings of the richest people or the tourist people. But if you go on the outskirts, if you go, for example, to my place, I live in Pineto, here in Rome, for example, you have the real feeling of what living in Rome is. So you meet the real people, and it's more interesting, I think.
Okay, amazing. Last question is, what motivates you the most in life?
Ooh, what motivates me the most in life? It's interesting. I think there are two things that I am they motivate me. So okay, I will start again. So I think there are two things that motivate me the most. So I should say that at first I'm very curious. I think I am the most curious person you can ever
Wow.
meet in the world, because I always wanna understand how things are made, or maybe if I found a very interesting person, I really would love to understand everything about the life. So more or less, what are you doing? So, sorry. And also I want to learn a lot. So so my curiosity comes to asking people, for example, a lot about their what life, about their way to living. So and also about objects, are really about architecture, about arts, about place, about blah blah blah. And I love to explore. If I have the possibility to explore something, for example, to getting lost in town, or to getting lost, for example, in countryside, and discover new things according to my feelings. For example, when I walk in a new town, I don't take the map, so I just go walking, and I have some feelings. For example, oh, maybe this street would be very good, but would be very nice, and I go there, and I found, well, could be a bit dangerous, because in Argentina I had some bad experience about it. But
Wow.
but this never stopped me, because, for example, when I was having this bad situation, I found someone that helped me. So at the same time, so I think that the exploration and the possibility to learn more is very important and motivate me always, even in my job, in my life, in my everything.
Amazing. Very good. I think you have this free spirit, and that's amazing. Very curious. I love it.
Thank you.
Right. It's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game. Okay. I'm going to give away some words. Just that one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking. Okay.
Okay.
Let's start with family.
So I have to associate a word with the family. Okay.
Yeah.
Friends.
Okay. Money.
Ooh, oppression.
Fear.
Fear. Discovering.
Love.
Lost.
No, love. Love.
Love. Okay, sorry. Love. Reason. No.
It's okay.
No, let's get it. Let's get it. No, it depends on what kind of love you mean. No. Okay. Okay, let's keep the love part.
So what would you say for love?
I would say, oh my God, what came out from my mind? Love or kindness in this way, yeah.
Okay. Life.
Life, happiness.
Sex.
Ooh, thanks. Orgasm.
Okay. Religion.
Bad things.
Okay. Politics.
Improvement.
Okay. Friendship.
Love.
Desire.
Opportunity.
Regret.
Always opportunity.
I like that. One word for success.
Success. Hard.
Wish.
Mm, wish. Oh, oh my God, doesn't come up nothing in my mind. Wish. Desire.
Okay. Happiness.
Reality.
One word for Sicily.
Fire.
One word for Rome.
Uh, mess.
Barcelona. One word.
Music.
One word for Italy.
Food.
Rude.
Food.
Food. Oh my God, I said say rude.
No, no, it's food.
One word for Argentina.
uh, love.
Amazing. One word for Gogo dancer.
One more for Google answer. Art.
And the last one now, architecture. One word.
One word for art. Um, oh,
Architect. Yeah.
architect. Well, I
Yeah.
should say also music.
Okay. So let's pretend that I'm going to meet Lorenzo for a coffee, and I'm going to ask Lorenzo, tell me what's the most beautiful thing about Marco, and tell me something that he still needs to work on, to improve on. What your best friend
Okay.
would say.
Well, well, I perfectly know what you would say. So about what I should improve is that I'm always a mess. So I'm very untied. So if you, so I have my own way of having an order of things. So I think Scouts is another way to call different way of order. So I'm quite chaotic in my things, in my, for example, in my house, in my bedroom, or at home. Um, One thing that I'm very good at, I'm very giving. I spread a lot of love. I really love to doing it, and I really love to spread my love using my body, for example, giving hugs or things like this. So there are just two things. I'm not very attached to things, to objects, or to places, or to. I'm attached to people, for example.
Mhm.
And that's the kind of my life way of dealing with everything.
What's your star sign or astrology?
I'm Aries,
Hmm,
but my ascendant is Aquarius.
amazing. Very good. Let's play now Marco and the magic box, and you can ask me a question. But before you ask me the question, tell me, pasta or pizza?
Oh, pizza, always.
Any
Oh,
favorite pizza you like?
well, I love capricciosa and margherita.
Amazing.
But I should say margherita because I discovered probably in the world that a lot of country doesn't have margherita. There is the basic simple pizza. Come on, people, less is more.
Okay, you can ask me a question now.
So, the question for you is, why are you doing this interview? How they came up to you?
Beautiful question. 2020, you know, the world went upside down. Remember, with the COVID situation, you know, the world literally stopped. Yeah, and I believe that during that time, a lot of people they found different ways of living. They start to be more creative about themselves. They start to see things in a different way. Before the COVID, I was already thinking about doing something on YouTube where I could connect with people. I could express myself, and but I didn't know what I could do. I didn't know which idea I could have. So lockdown started, COVID started, and here in England, in London, during that time, you could leave the house once a day for exercise. Yeah, like to the park. You could go to the park for 1 hour. That was the only time once a day you could do that. And I was going for a run every day. I was going for a run, like in the evening. And one of those runs, this idea came along, and you have no idea, Marco. I remember the place where I was. I remember the moment. I stopped for a minute and I looked around and said, oh my God, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create some questions. I'm going to research some questions and I'm going to start asking people around the world to see their opinion, so they can express themselves. They could connect with people as well. So the whole idea was about connect with people, and this idea came along, and I'm so grateful for that, because now I'm able to connect with so many people around the world, and also other people could connect with other people as well. So yeah, it's a simple idea, but it is interesting because this kind of game, like asking question, when I was a child, I was already doing that. I remember like growing up at school. I remember when I was on my free time with friends, I was like, oh, what's your favorite color? Who's your favorite teacher? So I was already doing that. And as an adult as well, when I was going on vacation, holidays with friends, there was always a moment of the party or something. I was like, oh, so tell me what's your favorite childhood memories? So this kind of questions I was already doing even before I started doing the Magic Box. So yeah, it's a way of me express myself and connect with people. That's how it started.
Wow, that's very good. That's very nice. And thank you for doing this.
Thank you so much. I'm here the one who say thank you every day for people who take their time for the interview, because as you know very well, we are so busy with our own lives. Yeah, there are so many things happening in our lives. And when someone take their time for us, I think it's something very special. So thanks so much for being so sweet. You were very sweet since when I invited you. You said, "Oh, you said you were very genuine because you said, oh, really? I thought it was a scam in the beginning." And I said, "Yeah, some people they think that." And here we are. We just made memories now. So thanks so much for that. Before you go, Marco, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
Go and discover.
Mhm.
Just this one. So it's just to. So my message is an invitation to people to doesn't stop at the first appearance of everything and just go deep, because sometimes some people see the world there is made white and black, but literally the world is made of various shadows of different gradation of every kind of colors, and we have a great palette to discover it, and we should not just stop to the first thing that we see, because everyone inside and deep has a world, has a universe, and I believe in that people are always kind of connected and we can learn something from them, even if they are a bad person, so we can they give you the opportunity to understand something. So just not to stop discovering.
I love that, and it's so you, because you are the person who always discovering some places, new places, and be brave. I think that's beautiful. Thanks so much. Thanks so much, regards to your friends, to your family, and you keep in touch. Okay, it was a pleasure having you on the
Yeah.
show.
Thank you
Thank
to
you.
you. Thank you for everything. Literally. Okay.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.